Hello everyone, welcome to the Northern Tarot. My name is Andy. Today I will do the reading for next week, which is from the 13th to the 19th of February 2023. This is general reading, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, let me introduce you. This is a specialized channel for Sagittarius, and we have daily readings and a lot of other types of readings, and also a lot of videos about spiritual growth and healings. Okay, now let's move to the energies of next week. So we are in the theme of the opening of communications. So this energy is still on favor for people. So coming next week, there will be a lot of things that you can keep pursuing, or trying to finalizing a deal of whatever that you are looking for. So it's still a good time that people are being advised to focus on. Now the main prominent energies of next week that we should pay attention, which is between the 14th and the 16th of February, which is around the Valentine's Day. The reason why I say that, because the moon's gonna be in Sagittarius from 14, 15, 16, so 3 days. So it's quite a long time, and every time the moon in Sagittarius, it's gonna you gonna feeling sensitive, or sometimes oversensitive. Now this gonna be more even the case with this Venus gonna conjunct with Neptune's on the 16th. So from 14, 15 and 16, it's building up that romantic energies in people. Now around this time, people might fall in love easily, but it's also indicate that there will be the upgrading in the existing relationships. So if you are in the existing relationship and you want to warm it up, this is a very good time to increase the spiritual bond between two people. But of course, if you don't want to warm up, because it's kind of like coming to an end, but I don't believe the relationship is coming an end around this time now. But it might cause you disappointment, because you will become a daydreamer, because that's what Neptune is about. A daydreamer, and also it kind of like distract you off the goal, the focus of your work, of what you're trying to do, because you will have the tendencies of lazy about. So when we understand this, the advice is around the Valentine's Day, 14, 15, 16, people just relax. Now, if you want a romantic date, yes, it's a good time, but don't put high hope or all your eggs into the basket, because the harsh realities will destroy you one more time. And this is not necessary if you know about how the energy is gonna be like. So this is exactly why we're doing what we're doing here. Okay, so the work will be focused on a couple of days of the beginning of the week, 14, 15, 16. If you have that chance to relax, go treat yourself with something, or just by listening to music or cooking, spending time on your own, that is the best way. So it's not a time to focus on like business or work, because you don't have the motivation. That's the thing. So when you're not motivated, things gonna being more rough. It's not as smooth as you want. Okay, so just avoid that. However, if you into art, creativities, this is really good time that you advise to produce something, because you feeling that romance within you, and it will transcend into all your masterpiece, all your work. So if you working with art, so this is amazing week for people. If you are dating someone, it's also amazing, because you're gonna be very romantic. You're gonna be like on the night cloud. As long as you remember, it will be temporary. So don't put the high hope on anything next week, and then you'll be fine. Okay, now let's go to the cards, and we will see what spirits have for us. Okay, so as usual, we will go to the Oracle card first, and we will see what we have for the weeks from 13 to 19 of February 2023. If you're new to the channel, please like, share the video if you can, or subscribe to my channel to help it grow. If you're already here and want to donate, please find the donate button in the description box. Now the first card, let's see what we have. The 15, Master of the Hunt, speed, masculinity, and flow. So you know what? Just as I say, this is the continual energies of the Mercury conjunctions with Pluto from this week, but it's gonna be last week by the time that you start doing things. So there will be the speed up of things, so things start to move, and it's kind of like quite fast. Everything's coming to a big picture for people, and this is quite a great energy. Now there will be some sort of proper opportunities, because this is like the backup from the divine, or from from your team. They're trying to help you to to realize your manifestations into the real world, the 3D world, not the real world, the 3D world. Okay, so Master of the Hunt, speed, masculinity, and flow. Wow, things gonna be very smooth. So it's gonna be quite a smooth start and busy start for a change. But don't worry, because you know you're gonna have time to relax very soon after that, even before the weekend. Now next week's gonna be quite a passionate week, so a lot of people wanna enjoy the passionate moments. So there's nothing wrong with that. Just please remember what I said earlier about it might be not. This is very kind of like Mercury retrograde effect. It's very similar. So it's like, so be careful with the old people. You start to feel romantic, and you know, and after a while, and things just like falling apart again. So make sure that you don't repeat what you already saw, or what you already learned. The second card, we have blue. This is what I'm talking about. Depressed, isolated, help. The moon in Sagittarius will cause you to feel that way. So you're gonna be quite you know, up and down of when the week comes. As long as if you focus on the work, the path that you want to create, you will stay off that mischief, depressions, feeling upset, feeling isolated. Now this is what I want to tell you. Now number 11 and number 15, right? So there is something about you always have to push to the edge of your strength or your suffering, and then you bounce back. Because if you really understand yourself and being strict and serious about reviewing yourself, you will now see that you don't like the easy way. You always have to push yourself to the extreme of suffering, and then you bounce back. Now this is very similar with what you're gonna experience next week, when the moon in Sagittarius until 14, 15, 16. You have to be either very romantic. People have to be 100% the same energies with you, or else you're not happy with that, or you're gonna go depressed. So that is the extreme. Now there's something that I want to tell you, but I think I will pull the card for love relationship because I have the feeling there's a message about this. Depressed, isolated, and help. Because you are actually repeating the loop of your mentality. This is not quite psychology, but it is psychology. But this is your mentality is being recycled in a loop. So it keeps being repeated. Let me pull one card of this first, then I will link all of them together and you understand why. So the feeling of, like you got the energies of action outside, so performing, you happy, you are strong, but then inside when you get back home, you're feeling tired, you're feeling lonely, you're feeling upset, you're feeling lost. It's the contradictions of yourself. This is what I'm talking about. Unrequited love. There's not enough attractions or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Well. What can I say now? The reason why I say I will pull this card and I will say this, right? The thing is, we have three things that we need to pay attention to. First of all, the reality. The reality here is actually what you perceive or what you conceive from life. So life is the world out there, right? But it's not actually the reality of what you see, because this was being seen through your eyes, through your mind. And this is exactly where all the egos in you still not being cleansed, still not being how I say, refined. So you still, that's why you see things and you feel things. Everything is still very subjective to your own experience, and you didn't realize that your own experience is very limited and even very inexperienced. So the image, the reality you see actually is not the real reality that what happening. It's the same with the situations here, right? Because you don't get it, you don't understand why it keeps coming back to that reality. Because when you perceive and conceive the world through your internal ideas of what you think, or all the knowledge you know, it creates the reflections of yourself, and that reflections is the image of the reality. So there are three angles of the triangle going, and it keeps repeating. Let me make you an example. The reason why I have to say this, because this is very important for people that still struggle at the moment, because we want to catch that divine timing that going on at the moment. You see the debt, the bills, and your debt, right? And you think that's the reality you have to deal with, but you forget that the debt and the bills were created in the past, and this is the result of the past, right? So it's belong to the past. So now if you keep focusing on that debt, you only can see you don't have money, you don't have any ways to do, and then you do stupid things, like gambling and things like that, with hope. And it's like, it's the hope in vain. It's not the hope for the right reason. You created the world of through your the lens of your eyes and your mind, right? That world is full of deaths, full of depression, full of misery. And it's because you create that world, that world bring back the reflections of how it feels like. It feel painful, it feel horrible, it feel isolated. So this is exactly that card is about. Depressed, isolated, need help. And help here is the wisdom you need, not the people to give you something to do something. Because if you cannot change the way you're thinking, doesn't matter how much money people give you, it goes into that loop again. More debt created, if you see what I mean. So now, how to break this chain? You start with reality. You look at the things that created from the past. So actually, you look at the past. You not live with the future, and that's because the 3D world is always delayed. Because the 3D material world is matters. So all the matters, pro- takes the time to produce. That's why it's kept being delayed. So you have to live in the future, which is you cannot see at the reality right now what you don't have. You have to think about what you want to have. Imagine how your life gonna be like if you have something, if you have $1 million, if you have the house, if you have a nice car, if you have a good job, whatever you want to think. But you are not allowed to look at what you don't have right now as a negative factor of the reality, because that reality is being created by your inner self. Now that is the art of shifting energy to the future. That's the only way you can stop this chain. Okay, if you guys want to know more about this, just leave me the comments, because I will make a longer videos. But today we do the tarot. So but I want to say these things because it's really important. Once you got the ideas of what you're doing, everything will be changed. Everything will be changing. Now, next week, from the 13th to 19th of February, let's see what we have. We have the Two of Wands. There's some sort of things that you're not sure which way that if you got or not. Like it's like it rings, it kind of something rings the bell, but then you're not sure. There's something missing here that we need to clarify that. Two of Wands. Now, let's see the challenge of the week. The challenge is the Seven of Wands. Wow. The challenge is how you... This is... it's funny, I feel like there's some sort of lover's energies coming in here. I don't know why. Is it because of Valentine's week? I don't know. But I'm feeling like there will be a lot of tests. And you need to remember that there will be a lot of tests, because you're trying to figure out properly here is who is the person. This is not love reading, but this is the sense of the energies. It's not about work. It's not a, it's about your interactions with other people, with other energy. The reason why I say that, well, because that's how I see it. The Judgment. The Judgment here is in reverse. I don't know why, if you know that I don't read reverse card, but we keep that way. So it's like there's something blocking you. So your higher self trying to tell you there's something blocking you. And we need to clarify this carefully today to see what is that blocking you. There is something to do with different distractions or different sorts of like energy trying to disturb you, because they don't want you to be awakened, or to meet that judgment day, the day that you align with your higher self. But so mentality, we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is very good. So there's the sense of teamwork going on here, but people working quite independently. So there's a lack of connections that I can see here. Okay, we'll leave it there. Now let's see what's coming toward you. What is that? What coming toward you is Seven of Cups. Wow, this is great, guys. So finally, right? I was a bit worried for this reading, because I say, wow, why you still, you know, like searching for something. The Seven of Cups saying that you gonna gain that clarities of what you are searching for, what you're looking for. So now let's clarify this. And I still believe this is about love, or someone in your mind. It's crazy, isn't it? Now the Two of Wands. Let's see, the Two of Wands clarified by the Hierophant. So you confused, you have two people in your mind, you're not sure which one is which one. And I think one of them wants to offer you the commitment, but you are confused and you don't feel like it's the right deal that you should accept. There's something about it. So let me clarify the Hierophant. Maybe that's the challenge. So someone gonna offer you something. It sounds nice. It sounds exactly what you always wanted. Probably they read your mind. But you say, no, I don't want it. Now, the Hierophant is clarified by... This is interesting, because this is not love reading, but it's so... Is it because Valentine's going on? It has to be. The Hierophant is clarified by the High Priest. Yes, so there will be... This is like... The confusion is because you all also have the tie of like a spiritual bond with someone, and that's what I say, because when Neptune conjunct with Venus, and the moon is actually in Sagittarius, you are very intuitive. You are very sensitive. So it kind of like, you know, you feeling like there's a connection going on, but you don't feel it's strong enough. That's the thing. Okay, now let's see the challenge. Seven of Wands. Why the Seven of Wands is the challenge? What is that? You need to say no. There is something that you need to say no. Probably that's the commitment, that the offer. If you apply this into your working situation, it will be true too. There's some sort of like offer, they want you to commit to something, but you're not sure about it. Now the High Priest here saying about don't fall for the charmer. So someone trying to charm you with their psychic abilities. So it's not necessarily just love romance, but this can be applied into your work situation. So be careful, guy. Make sure that Seven of Wands is clarified by the World. So you are very close. This is what I'm talking about. There's something block you. Now, I will pull another card. The World card. Seven of Wands. If you say no to something, one more card for the Seven of Wands. We have the Eight of Wands. Right, okay. So you know, the challenge here is, right, the world is waiting for you. There's a real opportunities, and this is actually the High Priest. Someone wants to offer you a commitment, or offer you a good things, like, you know, like a super opportunity, something like that, but you don't feel like it. And the communications gonna be quite abundance of talking. So, but this is a challenge to see how you deal with this situation. So we need to go through one by one to find out what is the solution for this. Now the judgment is your higher self saying that you go the wrong way, or it's not quite yet the options. Yep. So your higher self trying to tell you that whatever options or thing that you consider is gonna be a dead end, it will put you into the tower. So you shouldn't go that way. The world is here and it kind of is tempting you. A lot of communications going on, and it makes you feel like you're in control of everything. That is what I'm the spirit's trying to advise you. However, the challenge is if you can say no to it. Now, the Eight of Pentacles. So it's not, but this is what I say in the introductions video. Whatever it is, even in love, relationship, romance, don't say yes, because it's not the right time, because you are in the extreme, that kind of extreme mood of yourself. You can only make the clear decision when you're in balance energy. Now the Eight Pentacles, let's see your mentality. The Eight of Pentacles, it's clarified by the Page of Swords. Yes, do you know what? So I'm feeling like now this is more about that kind of opportunities that someone trying to present to you rather than love. But at the beginning I thought it was love and romance. It makes more sense, but in love the same. If someone offer you commitment, you have to watch out for that, because it's not quite that what you want. Now the Eight of Pentacles, right? There's a distance between people at the moment, even work relations or romance relations, whatever it is, but people busy with their own things, so they have to communicate through afar, like communications, technologies, internet, phone. I want to see what the Page of Swords want to tell you. It also says that there is some sort of instructions coming your way, a new information is coming your way. The Page of Swords is clarified by Seven of Cups, guys. Now, so it's either one of you found the informations and then inform each other, or there will be a different source of information channels will be arranged to guide you. So in brief, this is about the spirit trying to tell you that's not an option. We have to hold still and wait, because the next one is the right one for you. That's the Seven of Cups. So the Seven of Cups clarified by, let's see. Seven of Cups clarified by the Moon. Wow. Clarity is gonna comes to you. The Moon is, because the thing is, the Moon is in Sagittarius from the 14, 15, 16, 3 days. So I have the feeling that you're gonna see something by around the Valentine's time, right? Another card, the Magician. So basically, The advice here for this reading is next week. It's a good week of promoting, trying to make things your way and focus on creating the material foundations for yourself. But don't make decisions until things getting very clear. Don't take any offer at all until you clear. Now, the offer is from you. You have to be the one who to put on the table the offer, not to take the offer from anyone. That is the simplest way to allow ourselves not making mistakes. Okay, guys, I really love this reading, and I think it's really in time for a lot of people out there. If you like what I'm doing, please like, share the video, and subscribe to my channel to help it grow. If you want to donate, please find the donate button in the description box, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.